Contrary to whatever TLC was singing about in their hit Waterfalls anthem, perhaps Lisa shouldn't have stuck to the rivers and the lakes she was used to. 'Cause them rivers, lakes, creeks, and ponds got her caught up in some mess. Specifically her love triangle or octagon between her and Tupac Shakur, and Andre Rison, and Sugarfoot Knight. During the heydays of TLC, Lisa Lopez found herself in a whirlwind of trouble when she burned down her boyfriend's mansion, only to be picked up by none other than Tupac on the night of the crime scene. In a case of you had to be there, let's take a look inside Lisa and Pac's crazy, sexy love story. I know exactly what you're thinking. Lisa and Suge? Yeah, I know. Wow, right? But this entire little saga is beyond wild, so I guess it isn't all that wild for Lisa, who went above and beyond to out-Gemini her rumored love, Tupac. But in all seriousness, Lisa and Tupac? Ripped right out of the wild tales only the 90s could give us. The 90s were a time of great revelations, discovery, and a whole lot of boom shakalaka. Literally, all of us could have gone our entire lives without knowing. Well, I think this is one story we all want to know about. TLC, one of the highest earning girl groups of all time, despite them being paid in lint and peppermints, was at the top of their game, dominating the 90s decade with their innovative style, hits, and one of their biggest hits to date, No Scrubs, giving us every bit of futuristic Y2K realness. If it isn't obvious by now, Lisa clearly cares not Nathan about whichever lyrics she's singing, rapping. No Scrubs? Lisa said, bet, bring on all the scrubs. Minus Pac, maybe? Lisa and Tupac's relationship dates back to the early 90s. What started off as two Geminis bonding would end up in a close friendship that only they could understand. At the height of both their careers, Lisa and Tupac, the biggest emerging rapper, activist, and all-around ladies' man, sought refuge within each other. More so, Lisa dialing up Pac's hotline to vent about whatever frustrations she had going on at the time. Weekly phone calls were a recurring activity for both of them. But exactly how did they elevate to weekly telecommunication visit? Apparently, the slant-eyed beauty and everyone's supposed soulmate met at an industry event in 1991, right when both of their careers were starting to take off. They clicked right away, and soon enough became two peas in a chaotic pod. A lot of time was spent in each other's company, and needless to say, Lisa fell head over heels for Pac, that bald head of his. An instant attraction on Lisa's end was evident. Pac, on the other hand, wanted to keep things solely on a friendship level. In fact, Pac boldly told Lisa to not ever let him sleep with her. However, Lisa wasn't trying to hear none of that. She liked what she liked, and that was that. On the Lifetime documentary, Hopelessly in Love, detailing Lisa's relationship with her ex-NFL boyfriend Andre Rison, lots of revelations were disclosed, not only on Andre and Lisa's relationship, but also Lisa and Pac's. Andre and Lisa had that Whitney and Bobby love on steroids. Sex, drugs, allegedly. And that rich, low-vibrational, ignorant, and famous mentality that had Andre and Lisa playing real-life whack-a-mole in parking lots, venues, and behind closed doors. In case you weren't aware, Lisa and Andre's relationship was, in short, more toxic than toxic. Typical cheating, violence, we in a relationship but not really type of situationship. A quick rundown goes as follows. On one unfortunate night, Andre got back from clubbing or so with some associates. Lisa came rushing out of his mansion that she forcefully invited herself to temporarily live in. Like a bat out of hell, all you heard was cussing, shouting, and blows coming from Lisa's end. Dodging the ambush was what Andre was concerned about. It was obvious Lisa was drunk as a skunk, so he waved his associate off, took Lisa inside, slapped her to calm her down, dragged her upstairs, and even sat on Shorty, who was still letting the liquor devour her instead of the other way around. And what was all the fuss about? Supposedly, Lisa was big mad that Andre had brought some sneakers without buying her anything, and had the nerve to go without her. And she thought he was getting his Mac on with another shorty. Something she caught Andre doing before, so it wasn't like she didn't have any reason to not be suspicious. Lisa obviously wasn't about to calm down anytime soon, so Andre shrugged his broad shoulders, leaving the house to allow Lisa to soak in her dysfunction. Traveling to another teammate's house to chill for the night, perhaps leaving Lisa to occupy that big mansion all alone while under the influence, wasn't the best idea, because before anybody knew it, Andre's mansion would soon be engulfed with flames. Awards, high-value investments, rarities, memorabilia, gone, all gone, taking a good load of Andre's belongings like his sneakers and some things he bought for her. Lisa took all that, chucking it into Andre's bathtub before setting a match, lighting the items on fire. What old girl didn't know was that Andre had replaced the tub's old marble with fiberglass, resulting in the entire building going up in flames. Witnesses say that before ditching the crime scene, a car pulled up and in it was someone we're all familiar with. "Tupac, is that you?" Tupac was the getaway driver for Lisa, allegedly. When ish hit the fan, quite literally, Tupac was one call away. Goes to show what type of bond they had. Friends of Lisa's recall Pac being Lisa's soulmate. Lisa's friend words, not Lisa's. Pac just understood her like no one else. Andre claimed that before he was caught cheating, yeah, he really said this, he spotted his girl and Pac in the back of a limo.
I honestly did not care whether I lived or died.
And even told the Art of Dialogue YouTube channel back in January of this year that he thought Lisa and Tupac planned to burn down Andre's house from the get-go. Which beats me. If my so-called girlfriend planned to burn down my mansion and some other dude picked her up from the scene only for I to go to court hand in hand, pleading to the judge not to arrest her even after she and her lawyers played the whole abusive man gag, I wouldn't then continue to date that girl for 7 years on and off and even plan a whole wedding. I say all that to say somebody lying or not telling the whole truth. In the Lifetime doc, Andre went on to say that Lisa and Pac had a strong connection. They knew what the other was thinking and could finish each other's sentences. If Pac was willing to go there with Lisa, then Lisa would have allowed it. But according to everybody interviewed, Pac just never saw Lisa in that way. Dallas Austin, TLC Chili's ex and father of her son, revealed in an interview with hip-hop's biggest FBI agent, Vlad TV, that Pac used to tell Lisa to act out in case of all publicity is good publicity. Although I think Dallas semi-twisted Pac's words. Perhaps Pac wasn't telling her to act bad outright, but gave her one of his famous Pac pep talks. If they not saying anything bad about you, then you're not doing something right. If they not saying anything bad about you, then you ain't doing something right. Maybe that's why Lisa began to act out a lot more.
No one, there was never any intention to hurt anyone.
Canceling gigs, burning down mansions, carving ninjas' names in her arm, etc., resulting in endorsements being lost for the entire group. Ever notice how TLC never even did a world tour when they were in their prime? Well, another person recalls the time when Lisa almost bust another shorty upside her head because Pac was entertaining shorty and not Lisa. Left Eye jumps in between the girl and Tupac, kind of like nudged the girl out of the way. It was one of them petty taps, like, excuse me, you're in my way. When she touched Left Eye on the shoulder, Left Eye went off. Lisa made it clear that she didn't want the woman to put her mother effing hands on her. The unnamed woman's friend saw the commotion and attempted to remove their friend, but Tupac jumped in between them and escorted Left Eye back, pushing her away from the chaos she started. The unknown woman left the club, and Pac's attempt to calm Lisa fell short. She took off toward the door, and Pac followed after her and was visibly upset. "And then you can't even have a good time? I ain't coming here for this drama." Folks went outside and found Lisa standing by herself, crying. That's when Tupac, again, walked up, hugged her, and asked, "Yo, you alright?" To which Lisa responded with, "Yeah, other than that biatch all up in your face." After Tupac's untimely death in 1996, fans rediscovered a painting Lisa had done of Pac way back in 1992. On the back, a note written by Lisa to Pac, which allegedly reads, "10 years from now, we'll be together." Tupac passed away in 1996, and Lisa ended up passing away in a car accident in Honduras in 2002, 10 years from the alleged date on the painting. Eerie, isn't it? Do y'all think Lisa and Tupac ever took it a step further in their relationship? Or were things solely platonic? Pac seemed to have a lot of so-called platonic relationships out here. Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and stay tuned for more true celebrity stories.